This is a little bit impromptu. I'm meant to be hosting a sing-around right now, but nobody has made it, which is fine. We always do it on the third Saturday of the month, and unfortunately that happened to be the weekend of St. Patrick's Day, so a lot of our regulars are gigging and that kind of a thing right now. So I am just kind of hanging out and thought maybe I would practice a few songs and may as well put something up on the channel because I'm not very regular here these days. So yeah, I'm just kind of going through a couple of songs that I've sung. Haven't really been singing recently, actually. Just kind of going through my book. Oh, this one's fun. I picked this up from Jerry Bryant and the Starboard Mess. Roast Beef of Old England was one of my first ever sea music albums. I picked that up. I think it was the first one I ever bought for myself, actually, and I just love it, so. Now the Chesapeake so bold sailed from Boston, we've been told, for to take the British frigate neat and handy. Oh, brother people in the port. It's been a minute. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm just we're gonna be reading today. It's fine. The people in the port all came out to see the sport, and the bands were playing Yankee Doodle Dandy Ho. The British frigate's name, which for the purpose came to cool the Yankee courage neat and handy, oh, was the Shannon Captain Broke. All her men were hearts of oak, and at fighting were allowed to be the dandy ho. The fight had scarce begun, where they flinched from their guns, which at first they started working neat and handy. Oh, then brave Broke, he waved his sword, crying, "Now, my lads, aboard, and we'll stop their playing Yankee Doodle Dandy Ho." They no sooner heard the word than they quickly jumped aboard and hauled down the Yankee colors neat and handy. Oh, notwithstanding all their brag, now the glorious British flag at the Yankee mizzen peak was quite the dandy. Oh, here's a health, brave Broke, to you, to your officers and crew, who aboard the Shannon frigate fought so handy. Oh, and may it always prove that in fighting and in love, the British tar forever is the dandy. Oh, and may it always prove that in fighting and in love, the British tar forever is the dandy. Oh. That one got me in trouble in a Civil War class once. I had this professor who was just a nice guy, a brilliant guy, just one of those really, really sharp people who knew so much. He never had any notes when he was lecturing and that kind of a thing. But he was real big on being in a rhythm, and if he got out of his rhythm, he would get a little bit freaked out about it. And at one point, he was talking about this incident, the Shannon and the Chesapeake, the battle, and he said, yeah, and there was the British captain. Anyway, his name doesn't matter, and I raised my hand, and I said, "Oh, it's Broke." I happen to know that it's Broke because of this song, and he glared at me and was not pleased at the interruption. It was fine. That class was, I learned a lot. Yeah, Shannon and Chesapeake, that's a great song. I keep meaning to learn the Constitution of the Guerriere, which is, I think, a response to that. And I kind of know it, but don't. So, one of these days, maybe I'll learn it. I don't know. I picked that one up from Jerry Bryant, I think I said. This one I got from the singing of Don Sinetti. If you didn't know Don, I should say, he passed away about a year ago, I think. It's wild to think about. What is time? But Don was just the loveliest man. He was a shanty singer at Mystic Seaport and just absolutely delightful. And I got to sing with him a bit as part of the Wayne's Mystic program back in the day. It would have been a decade ago now, more than. And I got a couple of his albums still, and this is a favorite of mine of his. So. The chorus jumps an octave. Let's see if I've got it in me today. But every morning at 7 o'clock, There's 20 terriers a working on the rock. The boss come along, he says keep still. Come down heavy on your cast iron drill, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your tea, down behind the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. Our boss man was Gene McCann. My God, he was a damn mean man. Last week a premature blast went off. A mile in the sky went Big Jim Goff, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your tea, down behind the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. Well, next time payday come around, Jim Goff $1 short was found. When Y asked he, came this reply: he's docked for the time he was up in the sky, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your tea, down behind the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. The cook was a good man to the ground. He married a woman about 6 foot around. She baked good cake, she baked 'em well. She baked 'em harder than the holes of hell, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your tea, down behind the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. That's a good one. Oh, golly. Let's see. What else do we got in here? So some of these I haven't really done. Those are both songs I haven't sung in a while. So I'm kind of going back through my old repertoire here. Trying to decide what I have the chops for. Oh, it's always an adventure, right? Just let's see. What do I feel like singing? Oh, that one's a bit longer than I think I have in me. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm deciding on another one. This is one of my favorite songs. It's a New Zealand shore whaling song. I opened my album with it because I think it's just delightful. It's about hating your job, and bad bosses, and corporations and companies taking over everything and making everything terrible, which is, entirely unrelatable at this stage in the game. So some of these songs have aged a bit, but stupid joke. Come all you tonguers and land-loving lubbers, here's a job cutting in and boiling down blubbers. It's a job for the young, the old, the ailing. The agent would take any man for shore whaling. I am paid in soap and sugar and rum, for cutting and whale and boiling down tongue. The agent's fee makes my blood sort of boil. I'll push him in a hot pot of oil. Well, hang the agent and the company too. They're making a fortune off me and you. There's no chance for a passage from out of this place, and the price of living's a bloody disgrace. I am paid in soap and sugar and rum, for cutting and whale and boiling down tongue. The agent's fee makes my blood sort of boil. I'll push him in a hot pot of oil. Sure, we've all had those moments. I love that song. I picked that up off of there's one of those albums of sea music. Jill King maybe sang that one. It's fabulous anyway. I really like it. What else? What else do I have in here? Do you know what? I've never actually tried singing this one. Let's give it a shot. If it's a train wreck, I'll stop. Easy peasy. A process man and I'm telling you no lies. I've worked and breathed among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell and there's dust all in my hair. And you go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath and every day you're in... Nope. we haven't got that one yet. It's okay. A process man am I, and I'm telling you no lies. I've worked and breathed among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, and there's dust all in me hair. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death, but you go. I've worked among... anyway. I really should learn that. That one's such a banger of a song. Like, I will properly learn it one of these days. There are quite a few... I don't want to say quite a few. There are several songs in my book that I just kind of collect songs that I like and then have them handy because I never, when you're called upon to sing and suddenly you don't know any songs at all and you've never sung in your life, I like to be able to have a reference of songs that I kind of know. But some of these are sort of wishful thinking too, so there's some in here that I want to learn and just haven't quite gotten around to. Actually, there's especially by the back of the book here, there's a good bunch of those. This one's a wishful one, but it's getting better. Let's give this one a shot. This is a song written by Jim Payne, but I know it from the singing of Riggy Rackin, and Riggy is just delightful. This is one of my favorite songs that he does. I run into him at some Zoom sing-arounds sometimes, and he's lovely. This song, like his recording of this song, if I'm feeling overwhelmed or exhausted or just really upset about something, I throw that on and it just makes me feel better, so... I've been wanting to learn it, and I might have it. Let's see. My name's Abel Rogers, a shaman am I, on a three-masted schooner from Twillingate Isle. I've sailed the world over, north, south, east, and west, but the middle of nowhere's where I like it best, where it's wave over wave. See all the bow and as happy a man as the sea will allow. There's no other life for a sailor like me, but to sail the salt sea, boys, sail the sea. There's no other life but to sail the salt sea. The work it is hard and the hours are long, my spirit is willing, my back it is strong. And when the work's over, strong liquor we'll pour, and we'll dance with the girls upon some foreign shore, where it's wave over wave. See over bow and as happy a man as the sea will allow. There's no other life for a sailor like me, but to sail the salt sea, boys, sail the sea. There's no other life but to sail the salt sea. I leave my wife lonely 10 months of the year, but she gave me a home and raised our children dear. But she'll never come down to bid farewell to me, or to ken why a sailor must sail the salt sea, where it's wave over wave. See over bow, I'm as happy a man as the sea will allow. There's no other life for a sailor like me, but to sail the salt sea, boys, sail the sea. There's no other life but to sail the salt sea. I've sailed the world over for decades or more, and oft times I wonder what I do it for. I don't know the answers, it's pleasure and pain, but with life to live over, I do it again, where it's wave over wave, sea over bar, I'm as happy a man as the sea will allow. There's no other life for a sailor like me, but to sail the salt sea, boys, sail the sea. There's no other life but to sail the salt sea. That was not so bad. Yeah, I'll take that. I think I might take it down a little bit if I ever properly sing it, but yeah, thanks for that one, Riggy. It really is just a joy to hear you sing that. Oh golly, what else is in this little book? I actually have two books now. I've filled up one of them, and so now I've got a second book. Yeah, this I sing this all the time. This is a favorite. It made it onto the album kind of last minute, actually. We recorded it in one quick take and just decided it was fine, and we left it in. So, I caught a girl in Albany, one in Montreal, one in Philadelphia, but the best in Lewiston Falls. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. From Amsterdam or Liverpool, Rome or Syracuse. If you've ever been to Lewiston Falls, it's the only place you choose. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. When I came on from Ireland, I was just a lad, but working these canal boats is the only life I've had. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. A dollar in the tavern is very easy spent. If I'd had it in Ireland, I'd have to pay down rent. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. A drunkard in the tavern, a fish is in the sea. The cork is in the bottle, but the whiskey is in me. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys who fear no noise, although we're far from home. Love that one. Picked that one up from Cliff Haslam. If you haven't listened to his stuff, do. He just has a gorgeous voice, and his song choice is really lovely. He's got some cool stuff. So, yeah, that's a good one. Shove around the jug. Flipping through my book a bit more here. Just if you're just joining me, welcome. Hi. This is very impromptu. I'm I'm supposed to be running a sing-around right now, but it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, so all my regulars are gigging, and I'm just hanging out and thought I'd do a little practice session, kind of going through some of my old repertoire, some of my new repertoire, seeing what I've got. I think I'm going to do... There's a fellow called Gary Walker who, he's a member of a shanty group called the Hog-Eye Men, and writes a bunch of songs, just fabulous singer, absolutely brilliant. And for a while, he was a regular at one of our Zoom sing-arounds, and I still see him about every once in a while. Got to hang out with him in London a couple of years ago now. But he writes some gorgeous stuff, and I am a particular fan of this one. It's called 50 Years a Sailor. 50 years a sailor, my life is at an end. I'll not regret my time at sea, my lover and my friend. My father, he had told me, don't ever go to sea. You'll never see your wife and kids. Don't be a fool like me. I wasn't one for listening, and soon was out the door. I sailed on board a whaling ship, bound for the Greenland shore. 50 years a sailor, my life is at an end. I'll not regret my time at sea, my lover and my friend. The work, it nearly killed me, with wind and freezing rain. I swore that when I got back home, I'd never go out again. And so that voyage ended, the ship tied at the quay. And though I tried to settle down, a sailor's life for me. 50 years a sailor, my life is at an end. I'll not regret my time at sea, my lover and my friend. The pattern was repeated at the end of every trip. I just could not resist the lure of any passing ship. My life spent on the ocean, I never took a bride. I always did prove faithful to the turning of the tide. 50 years a sailor, my life is at an end. I'll not regret my time at sea, my lover and my friend. 50 years a sailor, my life is at an end. I'll not regret my time at sea, my lover and my friend. I love that one. Gary's amazing. If y'all are ever in London, go hang out. He runs the Hog-Eye Men run a shanty sing in London. I think it's the third Sunday of the month, but go on their Facebook, double check that. Anyway, it's great. It's the venue's wonderful, and it's a lot of great singers and just like a lovely time. So yeah, go check that out. Go listen to the Hog-Eye Men. They're wonderful. Let's see, what else? What have I got? What have I got? Yeah, sure. Let's do this one. probably just do a couple more. I was planning on just kind of hanging out for a little bit in case somebody showed up for my sing around. I didn't really think anyone was going to make it today, and honestly, it's fine. I had a long day at work, and so it's a busy weekend. So there's a lot going on. But anyway, let's see. Pauvre marin vient de guerre tout doux. Pauvre marin vient de guerre tout doux. Un pied de chaussée entre nous. Pauvre marin de revient tout doux. Madame, je reviens de guerre tout doux. Madame, je reviens de guerre tout doux. On ne porte ici du vent blanc que le marin doit vent passant tout doux. Brave marin se mit à boire tout doux. Brave marin se mit à boire tout doux. Se mit à boire et à chanter, et la belle hôtesse apeurait tout doux. Qu'avez-vous donc, la belle hôtesse tout doux? Qu'avez-vous donc, la belle hôtesse tout doux? Regrettez-vous votre vent blanc et le marin boit en passant tout doux? C'est pour mon vin que je regrette tout doux. C'est pour mon vin que je regrette tout doux. C'est la porte de mon mari, monsieur, vous ressemblez à lui tout doux. Ah, dites-moi la belle hôtesse tout doux. Ah, dites-moi la belle hôtesse tout doux. Vous avez de lui 12 enfants, vous en avez 4 à présent tout doux. Quand j'ai reçu de ces nouvelles tout doux. Quand j'ai reçu de ces nouvelles tout doux. Il était mort et enterré, je me suis remariée tout doux. Brave marin vide son verre tout doux. Brave marin vide son verre tout doux. Sans remercier tout en pleurant et en gagnant son bâtiment tout doux. Ooh, bit chunky on the French there. That is Return of the Sailor. I picked that up out of Hugel. Songs of the Seven Seas, I think it's the red-covered, beautifully illustrated one. And if you don't speak French, the story is a young man comes home from the war, a sailor comes home from the war, and his wife doesn't quite recognize him at first. Turns out she had gotten word that he had died in the war and had remarried. And so he's come home, and she's poured him some wine, and realized about halfway through who he is, and it's just a bit sad all the way around. But yeah, that's a lovely one. Oh heck, let's do this one. This one I learned fairly recently. It's a song by Larry Kaplan. I believe he said it was inspired by his grandparents, and it's he calls it a love story, and I suppose that's true. This is called Selling the Isabel. She's 21 feet at the waterline. She draws 3 feet in the tide. There ain't nothing wrong with her, let's start with that. Look her over, I'm going inside. She was his to begin with, she was here long before, so we kept civil company. He changed her name to the Isabel the day that he married me. We never had money, but he just didn't care. Said that money was never the plan. Just a slow, sorry river and a loneman's song, and the main sheet in his hand. Me never thinking But there once was a time when I longed for the whistling trains, and the sweetest tune was a sailor's song, and the wind skipping over the waves. But you stand alone in your garden, and you plant for the year. You raise your kids, and you keep them in school. You put food on their table, you put love in their hearts. It wasn't easy, you know, but women aren't fools. There she sits on her blocks, with the weeds at her keel, the paint peeling like a sad tear. But she never tacked easy, she was slow off the wind. In shoal water, trouble to steer. Just 21 feet at the waterline. She draws 3 feet in the tide. For a price you can have her, she'll be yours fully found. Her time's over, I'm going inside. She was his to begin with, she was here long before, so we've kept civil company. But he changed her name to the Isabel the day that he married me. Yeah, he changed her name to the Isabel the day that he married me. There were it was a couple months back now, we had our Zoom sing around, and I think maybe 2 or 3 people did Larry Kaplan songs, and I wasn't familiar with Larry Kaplan, so I thought, okay, I gotta go look up Larry Kaplan, and I did, and this song was one of the ones that you can play on his website, and I was just immediately sucked in. I just thought it was lovely, and there's he normally does it with a guitar, so I've had to kind of adjust to it being an unaccompanied song, but yeah, it's just lovely. It's you know, it's good stuff. Let's see. Oh, what have I been singing lately? I haven't been singing lately. That's really the thing. I've just been kind of busy with work and kind of tired, and February is always a little bit hard. It's just shortest month and also the longest month somehow, and so I haven't been singing a lot lately, and I've been getting back into it sort of just this week after a few weeks of not, and sort of forget how to sing and forget any songs, and that's part of this experiment here is just sort of going through my book and singing some stuff and seeing what works and what feels good right now. Let's see. This was a bit. Yeah, this one I've been wanting to sing for ages, and I can kind of sing it, but I don't really sing it, but it's been stuck in my head, so we're gonna do it. This is Reedy River. My friend James sings this one, and just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just beautifully, and so I've kind of been learning it from his version. 10 miles down Reedy River, a pool of water lies, and all the air it mirrors the changes in the skies. Within that pool's broad bosom is room for all the stars. Its bed of sand is drifted o'er countless rocky bars. Around the lower edges there waves a bed of reeds. The water rats are hidden, and where the wild duck breathes, grassy slopes rise gently to ridges long and low, where groves of water flourish and native bluebells grow. Beneath the granite ridges the eye may just discern a rocky creek emerges from deep green banks of fern, and standing tall between them the drooping she-oaks cool the hard blue-tinted waters before they reach the pool. 10 miles down Reading River one Sunday afternoon, I rode with Mary Campbell to that broad bright lagoon. We left our horses grazing till shadows climbed the peak, and strolled beneath the she-oaks on the banks of Rocky Creek. And home along the river that night we rode a race, and the moonlight lent a glory to Mary Campbell's face. I pleaded for my future all through that moonlit ride, until our weary horses drew closer side by side. 10 miles from Ryan's Crossing and 5 below the peak, I built a little homestead on the banks of Rocky Creek. I cleared the land and fenced it and plowed the rich red loam. My first crop was golden when I brought Mary home. Still down Reading River, the grassy she-oak side, the waterholes still mirror the pictures in the sky. The golden sand is drifting across the rocky bars, and over all forever go the sun and moon and stars. But of the hut I built there are no traces now, and many rains have leveled the furrows of my plough. The glad bright days have vanished, the sombre branches wave, the water blossom golden of my Mary's grave. Just the moonlight lent a glory to Mary Campbell's face. Every time. It's such a gorgeous line. There's a lot of gorgeous lines in this one, but that one gets me every time. I've started doodling in my books lately as well, so I've got this little pseudo willow happening, and Mary Campbell's grave hanging out in the back. Spoilers. Let's see. Speaking of songs that I got from my friend James, there's a poem by F.W. Mormon, who's a Yorkshire poet, I believe, and I've been trying to learn. James put one of his poems called Fieldfares to a really lovely melody, and I've been trying to learn it, and I've sort of nearly got it, and I may as well give it a shot. I've also doodled in this one. I've never seen a fieldfare, so I'm relying on Google for that, but I have this lovely little burb. He's just kind of hanging out. So let's give this one a shot. If it's a train wreck, I can always stop. So fieldfares, bonny fieldfares, feeding 'mong the bent, where the sun is shining through yon clouds wide rent. Welcome back to moorlands, from Norway's fells and shorelands. Welcome back to Wharfdale, now October's almost spent. Noisy chucking fieldfares, where I can hear cry. Winning flocks you're sweeping o'er the hills so high. Oft on trees you gather, preening out your feathers, and I love to see your coats as blue as summer sky. Curlews, larks, and peewits have all gone from the moors. Frost is nipped in the garden, all my bonny flowers. Roses, lilies, pansies, stocks and yellow tansies fade away, and soon the leaves will rustle down in showers. Here in bed I'm lying day by day. Hay cart toppled over, and underneath I lay. I was barely 7, soon I'll be 11. 4 times have I seen you fieldfares come and fly away. You'll be gone when swallows build their nests of loam. April winds will blow you far o'er the salt sea foam. You'll not wait for Maytime, summer dews and haytime. Long before our grass is mown, your mates will call you home. Fieldfares, lilting fieldfares, never sing to me. Why do you bide silent since you've crossed the sea? Are you broken-hearted since from home you've parted, leaving far from Yorkshire moors your nests in the tall fir tree? Stormcock sings at New Year, singing on your mash, sings his loudest song when the winds do beat and lash. Robins the rushes follow, and when comes the swallow, all the birds will chime to see our woodlands green and fresh. Fieldfares, bonny fieldfares, I'll be gone before you. I'm so weak and sickly, hands are thin and blue. Pain is growing stronger as the nights grow longer. Will you miss my face sometimes when the old years change to new? All right, I've almost got that melody down. I love that one. Another very sad song. What do I have that isn't utterly tragic? Probably not much. Little Yellow Roses, definitely not tragic. Little Yellow Roses is one that I've been wanting to learn for ages, and I don't have the melody down yet. It's just not quite in there. Somehow that one just I haven't been able to quite get. So we'll back burner that one for another practice session. I've been singing this one a lot lately, and it's really nice. I picked this one up from the Furrow Collective, actually. Their last album, I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. The one that just came out in November, December. Gorgeous, go check it out. It's really wonderful. But this is a traditional song, probably Appalachian, though there's a New England variant, which this may well be. And it's obviously across the pond, so it's got, the folk process and all of that. The Furrow Collective call it Every Day is Three. I've also seen it called My Dearest Dear or Breast of Glass. And yeah, it's been a favorite lately, so we'll dive into that. Might do one or two more and then call it a day. I'm delighted to see that there are people here. Figured I'd be talking to myself for a bit, so this is nice. Hello and thank you. Oh, my dearest dear, the time has come when we must part. No one knows the inner grief of my poor aching heart. Or if I set sail or sank for the one I love so dear, I wish that I could go with you, or you could tarry here. I wish my breast was made of glass, and in it you might behold your name in secret. I would write in letters of bright gold. In letters of bright gold, true love, please forgive me when I say you are the one that I love best until my dying day. Crow that's black, my dearest dear, will turn its colors white. The moon shall be in darkness, dear. The stars will give no light. The brightest days tonight, true love, all the elements shall know. If ever I prove false to you, the raging sea shall storm. Your company, my dearest dear, your company to me makes me think when you're away that every day is three, that every day is three, true love, and every hour 10. Makes me weep when I should sleep and say I've lost a friend. So when you're on some distant shore, think on your absent friend. And when the wind blows high and clear, a line or two pray send. When the wind blows high and clear, please send a thought to me, so I may know by your handwriting how time has gone with you. Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's nice. Let's see. What else do we have in the old book here? Yeah, let's finish up on a Peggy Seeger song. I'm still in my winter repertoire because the last time I was singing actively was December. But it is spring, though you wouldn't guess it. In Colorado, we had 2 or 3 feet of snow on Thursday. It's mostly melted now because spring in Colorado is is like that. Really heavy, wet stuff. So as soon as the sun comes out, which it did the same day, that all starts to kind of melt off. And but it shut things down pretty good for the day. Thursday was an adventure. Anyway, I need to learn some spring songs. But for now, we'll stick to my winter tunes. This is Peggy Seeger's song that I learned from Lady Masery. It's on their Awake Arise winter album, which is my favorite Christmassy, wintry album. I look forward to putting that on every year. There's a couple songs on it that I listen to year-round, including this. And then the Bear song, which is just phenomenal. I need to figure out a way to do that one unaccompanied because it's gorgeous. I was actually trying, I borrowed a friend's kalimba because I don't play the violin. There's this really beautiful plucked violin part with that song. And I thought a kalimba might sort of do that as well. And I don't really play the kalimba, and I didn't get very far with that. Maybe for next time we'll sort something out for that. But this is Heading for Home. My face to the sky, my back to the wind. Winter is entering my bones. The day has been long, and the night's drawing in, and I'm thinking of heading for home. And I'm thinking of heading for home. The cradle and the rain, the fruit and the seed, the seasons they mirror my own. The geese flying south are calling to me, and I'm thinking of banners unfurled, yet gathering moss on a stone. I sing to the children and cry for the world, and I'm thinking of heading for home. And I'm thinking of heading for home. As time's my old friend, and death's my new kin, I'm not taking the journey alone. I am old, I am old, I am young, and I'm all that I've been, and I'm thinking of heading for home. And I'm thinking of heading for home. The memory of love will burn in my heart till embers and ashes are gone. Your light in the window is my northern star, and I'm thinking of heading for home. And I'm thinking of heading for home. The I am old, I am young, I'm all that I've been is such a gorgeous line, and for whatever reason, melodically, it always trips me up. It's the same as all the other verses, but that one, I think I'm just in my head about it now. I did get there in the end, which I don't always, so. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. My friend Caroline introduced me to that Awake Arise album a couple of winters ago, and I was driving to fabric store to get some yarn to make Christmas presents. I crochet, and I was gonna make some hats, and I, she'd recommended it, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll check it out at some point, and I put it on while I was driving, and I got to the fabric place, and that song had just come on, and it kind of just hit, and I heard some of the words, and I just started bawling in the parking lot of this fabric store, just sobbing. And I put it on. I kept hitting, starting it over. I listened to it about 4 or 5 times. Just hot mess. Gave myself a minute to kind of recover, and then I went in and got my yarn. It's a gorgeous song. I mean, it's just one of the best. So anyway, I think that's me. I'm getting a little bit froggy, but I'm delighted that a couple of you showed up. I'm not sure. I don't go live very often. I don't think I can actually see. I'm on my phone too, so I can't see who you are. But thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. And I'll maybe do this more. This was really fun. It's a good excuse to get some practice and light a fire. I'm terrible at practice, so. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, friends. Happy St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate, and we'll see you next time.